Out of the over 100,000 publishers in South Korea, there are more than 40,000 zealous regular pioneers. What efforts have they made to reach more people in frequently worked territory? Let's find out.
I started pioneering less than a year after I got baptized, so I was eager to sharpen my preaching skills. I really wanted to share my hope with others. But it's so hard to meet people at their homes during the day, and even if we do meet them, it's not easy to start a conversation. Our congregation organized convenience store witnessing from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., so I thought this might be a good way to reach people and have meaningful conversations. But the thing is, I'm not a morning person, so getting up early was not easy. So I had to make some adjustments. I tried not to make plans or stay up late the night before. The sample presentations from our meetings were also very helpful. In the past, I hardly got the chance to open the Bible while I was preaching, but now I have a few Bible studies. Even the time we spend traveling from one convenience store to the next is very uplifting spiritually, because we use that time to share our preaching skills and build each other up. Having a regular share in convenience store witnessing has allowed me to be more productive in the ministry. I feel like I'm progressing spiritually and becoming a better minister of the good news.
On weekdays, I work to support my family. So I would usually go out in field service on the weekends. But it wasn't easy to find people at their homes because they usually make plans and go out. And you know, it's hard to get excited about the preaching work when you're not meeting many people. I wanted to set a good example for my family, but I found it a real challenge to maintain my zeal for the ministry. So I began to regularly participate in evening witnessing on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. I usually get off work around 5 p.m. After a long day at work, it's not always easy to get dressed to go out in the field ministry. But I kept up with my return visits and had some really encouraging experiences. A young man I had been visiting accepted a Bible study, and he's making fine progress. My children were able to see how much joy I get from the ministry. And so now they too are able to give a bold witness in their own words, even in the face of opposition. I am very proud of my children. Training and teaching them how to make effective return visits and Bible studies brings me great joy.
We serve in a small rural town where many leave home early in the morning to work in the field and they return late at night. So it's not easy to find people at home during the daytime. And even if we do find them at their doors, it's not easy to develop a meaningful Bible-based conversation, let alone make return visits and conduct Bible studies with them. After returning home from preaching at night, I would ask myself, did I have a meaningful share in the ministry today?
It's a small rural town, so many people are concerned about what their neighbors would think if they talked with us. So even those who were interested in learning more about the Bible were reluctant to have Bible discussions with us. It was really unfortunate. We tried to figure out the right time to call on people, and we found out that many householders are more relaxed and willing to talk about the Bible if we visit them around 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening.
I gave much thought on how I could help my Bible students have a regular intake of spiritual food. One of my students worked from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., so I asked her if we can arrange to study early in the morning. She agreed. I often tell my Bible students, just call me whenever you have a little time to talk. When I get those calls, no matter what time it is, it's time to rush out that door.
There was one elderly lady who was in her early 80s who had attended church all her life. To accommodate her needs, I visited her around 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening for our Bible studies. I come home feeling tired and hungry, but the satisfaction of knowing that I've helped her learn more about the truth enables me to maintain my joy.
Now I'm able to conduct about 12 Bible studies. I try to become all things to people of all sorts in order to look after their needs. And it brings me great satisfaction and joy to see my studies make progress, because that's really how Jehovah wants us to be carrying out our ministry.
You might feel that you've worked every corner of your home territory, but just like a literal fisherman adapts to the time when the fish are biting, we need to work when people can be found. Cast your nets into productive waters. Our sister arranged her schedule to call on her Bible student at 9 or 10 in the evening. Of course, we want to use good judgment to call at times that are both practical and safe for our territory. But by being adaptable to when, where, or how we preach the good news, we may yield good results like our fellow witnesses in South Korea. This will help us to have a meaningful share in the all-important work of finding those who are rightly disposed for everlasting life.